You want to repeat this process over and over and over. But what you really want to do is you want to go as fast as you can without a capacitor, for the simple fact is you want to put a lot of this radiant energy to the source.
Testing 1, 2. All right, the audio's working. Let me present the screen. All right, it's gonna get hairy here. I drew out some things to explain why. Hold on. Explain why you need 2 switches on each. You need to double pole throw the inductor instead of single pole with this circuit. I'm going to remove these green lines and redraw them. Okay, what happens when you have, let's say you're switching the right side coil right now with this contact, and the left coil is not energized because this switch is open, so nothing's happening here. Right now everything's happening here, and you got this switch closed to energize this coil. What happens is, give me a second here, where is it? What happens is, while you're energizing this coil, you're sending the positive, let me change it to orange. You're sending this positive here from the battery. You're sending it through this coil to energize it, right? To that negative down there. But it's also gonna, the positive is also gonna go through here. Now this is with one single pole switching. Positive. Right. Okay, yeah, it keeps going through the diode. And you're gonna have a slight voltage drop, but nonetheless, it's still gonna go through this coil also, which I don't really want that, not that it's a huge problem. Where does it go again? Damn it, I had this traced out a second ago. And it goes to the, let me do this again. Maybe it was the other switch. Maybe it was this positive here, or this. I was using the negative. Okay, the negative. I traced it out here. The negative. And I was trying to find a path to the from this negative to this positive. And let's see here. And there it is. But it can't go that way. But it can go that way. Oh, there it is. Okay. So the negative can go this way through this diode. Negative now, not positive. And of course, its own negative touching here does nothing. Damn it, I had this traced out a second ago. I deleted it. Okay, let's go this way. Negative to positive, obviously. But it has another exit here. And where can it go? Where can it go? It stops here. Let me rewind the stream a second. Oh, there it is. That goes to there. Can't go through there. That positive goes through there. It goes through here. And it's negative there. So it's the left side. Okay. All right, let me rewind a little bit here. That's the left side. So this positive can go through here, and it can go through this coil, and it can go through here and hit its negative. So in that respect, you are assuming this is closed when when you close the gate there, right here, and you send power to the coil above that battery, you are also sending power to the other coil. So that's one problem here when you switch with a single pole switch. You power this coil here like so, plus and minus, and you also send this plus as it goes the other way here, also goes, this other way to this coil, and you're charging up this other coil too, to the minus. Same thing, I don't want that, because I'll be charging this coil with a plus right here and a minus right here. It just creates all kinds of problems when you don't have two switches. It's really hard to explain, but that's one problem there. On the left side, positive. Let's say you have it in this position with both switches open and nothing's being energized, right? Let's start from here, see what we have. As far as shorts or loads that are not wanted, we only want to load this coil with the battery underneath it and dump its flyback to the other battery. Same thing over here, load this coil with the battery underneath it and dump its flyback into the other battery. That is the cycle of this circuit when you have double pole switching, not single pole, like you see here, single pole. So now we have both circuits uncharged, but we still have one leg closed. What problem would that cause when we close one of these legs here? Let's say we close this one, okay? But for right now, let's see where this positive goes. We already know that it goes through that coil to here when you close it. We also know that it goes to the other coil when this is closed. Fortunately, this circuit would operate with like so, both switches open on both sources, and that won't happen, so we can eliminate that. What else do we have in the non-running state of this circuit? This is the state of it not running with a single pole switch instead of a double pole switch. What do we got? We got the positive going out here. Of course, it can charge that coil, but this positive can also go this way. Where does it go? It can hit the other positive. Is that a problem? Not so long as that doesn't get to its negative. So long as this positive doesn't reach this negative, it's not a problem. Let's see if it reaches that negative through this coil. Does it? Does it or does it not? Well, it does reach the negative. Look at that. See, I saw this before. I knew I'd find it again. Bing, bing. Big problem there. Huge problem. You cannot have that. Let me go back a little bit here. The positive, now we're in the non-running state with a single pole switch system, which I originally designed this to work like so, like you see it here, single pole switching. Later I realized all these problems and I switched to double pole switching and it got rid of it all. So this positive goes through here. It's not going to go to the negative because the switch is open, but it can go through here, through the diode, back up, and short out like so. So this is supposed to be the non-running state, but as you can see here, it's not a non-running state. It's a running state. This coil is getting charged as it is right now. So this throws out the idea of doing single pole switching for this circuit. What else can I find here? That's a problem. Let me switch the image to one of the switches closed. Let's do this side active. Switch is closed, coil's getting charged. That's fine and dandy. This is no problem, this is what we want. Are we gonna charge up this coil also in the process? Let's find out. This positive goes here. It's that negative, not a problem. This positive goes here to this diode. You see, that's a problem. You can't have this positive coming all the way over here, hitting this negative, and the same terminal connect going through this coil and this diode to hit the negative of the same battery. What that's going to do is permanently, you know, that's going to load, not only load this coil, let me change the color here. It's going to load this coil with, you know, this battery. Naturally, we want to do that, but at the same time, you're loading this coil. When you close the circuit here, the switch, you're also loading this coil with the other battery, I believe. You're not even loading the coil. When you close this switch, you're shorting out these two terminals on this battery, creating a short on the battery here. Let me go back a little bit and show that again. So you can see the positive of this battery. Forget about it's a positive. Just it's a contact now. It's just a contact where all these, whatever touches here is also shorted out with each other. So you have a positive, or you have one contact touching the negative here, and you have the same contact going through this coil and the diode touching the positive. That's going to short out that battery through this coil and this diode. You know, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I can't really say. That's not what I intended to do here with this circuit. So there's all kinds of issues when you only switch with one pole instead of two. I intended this circuit to let me just switch colors here. I intend this circuit to have the double pole switching on each source. And you see, when you do that, you don't have that problem anymore. Now both the circuits open, and you know it's open because what keeps it open is the diodes and the switches. And I'll show you how the diodes keep it open. The diodes keep it open because, for one, this positive cannot get through here, and that ends this, you know, battery from getting any power to this coil. Of course, these switches don't allow that battery to get to this coil, so it's inactive. Same thing over here, you have this diode not allowing this positive to get out, so that just stops this source altogether from doing anything it's not supposed to do. So, and you can see when you close one of the sources with the double pole contact to charge the coil, you don't have any issues like I described earlier. I'll do that now. Close both the switches now. Activate the coil. Energize it. Coil's energized now. Plus is flying through to minus, energizing the coil. And let's see if this plus and minus are flowing through anything else. Can it go here and touch the minus? Yes, it can. Is that a problem? Not yet. Not unless we short out this plus to this minus. There's no problem yet, because it's a different source. So, but this plus can go this way. It can also go, let me change this color. This plus can also go, let's see here, go down here and continue on this way. And of course it can try to go down, but it gets nowhere. It tries to go up through the coil, and it gets nowhere, just regarding this battery below it. But if it continues this way, it's a plus now. All it does is go through the diode back to its own terminal, which does absolutely nothing. So you can see we have no issues here when we're switching, double pole switching. And you're double pole switching one source at a time. Double pole, plus and minus. And when I say one source at a time, that's because this source is open right now. It's not being switched to the coil. All right. Hope I was able to jot that down efficiently. And I'm going to end this stream here. And we'll continue on with this. Take care. Oh, hey, Ben. Catch you later, man. I'll see you on Friday.